So hi guys, happy weekend. So this morning, as I was driving from work, I thought about this thing. Many of the people always ask us to go into relationships when they are back home. When we refuse and we are like, I can't be in a long distance relationship, they don't understand what we are trying to mean. Guys, when you are here, life becomes smoother when you are actually living with your partner in the same apartment or in the same home. Why am I saying this? People here work a lot. But if you have someone that you live with and you share your expenses with, things get a bit smoother. You both get paid, sit on the table, budget, look at your budget, plan how you're gonna clear your bills, and with that divided kind of expense, it means that both of you are not gonna work so much to the extent of breaking your backs, because you have someone next to you that can help you out in case things get bad. Apart from that, diaspora stresses a lot, not only in terms of working but also thoughts. Depression is very common here. You just need someone to run to when you get to your home, just to talk to someone, and you may feel like a lot has been relieved in your life. People are so lonely. I've always said that here. So if you are in a relationship and your boyfriend is back home in Africa, it becomes a bit complicated. It's like you are not having a relationship. You're gonna still live the same kind of life like a person who is not having a partner. You need someone who is a companion, someone who is your security, someone who is your friend, someone you can communicate to wherever you want, someone you feel like he's there for you or she's there for you in tooth, in nail, in all kinds of situations. That person has to be close to you. You are not going to be with that person 24 hours, but the mere fact that you know, when I get home, I'll sit on that table and have lunch, have dinner with someone, is another peace of mind. Just coming back your home and you break up is very common here. People have been found in apartments when they are dead, without knowing exactly what caused those kind of deaths. But if you are living with someone, you have that kind of security somewhere, someone to call 911 when you break out. That person is your partner. So guys who are back home in Africa, once you try to convince some people here to fall in love with you and they refuse, please don't think they are maybe trying to put themselves in a very high level. They don't want people back home. That's not the case. Life here is so much complicated when someone is living alone. To clear the fact of this conversation, I'm not married. But I cannot support anyone that is dating someone back home unless you have very close future plans that are so close that that person is gonna come, joins you here, and you live together. It's so different even having someone in another state, because you know once things get tough, you can actually fly out and go and live with that person, or they can come and live with you, or you can once in a while meet together somewhere and maybe try to refresh your minds, share stories, laugh, smile. But you are here in diaspora in America. Papers are not yet straight. You have no hope that you are going back to your home country in Africa the next year or the next month. Then you start dating someone back home. Sweetheart, that's a very big risk. Secondly, you're gonna work like you are as if you were a horse, because remember, your partner will always try to make sure that they get in touch with you, and they make sure that they feel they are within your life. And for you to fulfill that kind of duty that were in their lives, you're gonna work a lot. You make a budget for yourself and also for your partner back home, because love is love. If you are in love with someone, there's nothing that can stop you from giving them support in any kind of situation they are in. So you end up living a life like as if you are not actually in a relationship. I'm so sorry, guys, but I have to be honest with you. 20% of such relationships have worked out, and most cases they do work out when a guy can travel back home and comes back to America, or comes back abroad, and they work and they go back, things like that. But these things of saying you're gonna be home for some long time, and also the guy is gonna stay here or the lady is gonna stay here, those things don't really work out. And I wouldn't recommend anyone to be in such a relationship. Not even me. I wouldn't like such a relationship. I need a companion, I need a husband, I need security, I need someone to laugh with, someone to go to church with, someone to make my budget with. Anyway, some men are brave enough and they are strong financial, and they're like, we shall always cover our own expenses in homes. But for majority of the men from my continent in Africa, most of the times we do share our bills here with our partners. So if a person is back home, seriously, how are you gonna really manage such a life? So I'm sorry if other people have not understood my point, but that's it, guys. Really, it always needs someone to live with a person in the same home, under the same roof, for things to work out well.